Welcome back to Dolphins United, the platform for Dolphins. You heard me. We back with another video for y'all right now. Yes, this is the last video of the series I was doing on cut, keep, or let walk. All right. This is the last one. We're going to be talking about the quarterback, backup quarterback situation, and special teams real quick. It ain't much. But before we do that, video shouldn't be too long. Want to go ahead and elaborate on Tua being given the fifth-year option, right? Now, a couple key things stick out in this, and I'm not going to make a huge deal out of those key things, but they just need to be said. Tua is the first quarterback out of the 2020 draft to be given the option, okay? To be given the fifth-year option. He's the first. Now, Burrow, Herbert, they probably will also get it. Or extensions. Jalen Hurts was drafted in the second round. He's not even able to get the fifth-year option. So next season is his last season on a rookie deal. He will probably get the right-out extension because they have no choice but to pay the man. The man, he was just in the Super Bowl. Like, how do you not pay him? He was just in the Super Bowl. He didn't win it, but he was just there. He played well. He wasn't the reason they lost. You got to give him his money. He's going to get his money, and I'm sure they're working that out because you're not going to let him play the fourth year on that deal. Like that's not supposed to happen. Dak got his money because of that, because he was drafted in the fourth round, I believe, and he wasn't about to play on that deal. They're not going to let Jalen Hurts play on that deal. He would be dumb to play on that deal, making like $4 million or something like that. Somewhere in that ballpark. It ain't a lot. Potentially to get injured as a running quarterback on top of that, or a quarterback who runs, I should say. And, basically putting his money on the line. He shouldn't do that. He should get paid right now. He should hold in whatever he needs to do to make sure he gets his bag because he's going into the last year of his deal. Whereas Herbert and Burrow, just like Tua, have 2 years left on their deals, pretty much guaranteed at this point. Tua got his. The other two, if they don't get extended this year, they don't get new deals this year, should get the same thing, all right? But I say that to say, a lot of people were making a big deal out of the fact that the first day of eligibility, Dolphins, they ain't do nothing. A month just about goes by, and it's like, bro, like the Dolphins really don't, they don't believe in Tua. They're trying to shop around for other quarterbacks because they haven't given them the fifth year option yet, and nobody else got the fifth-year option yet. So, what's the fuss all about? Are Cincinnati and the Chargers looking for quarterbacks? Maybe they're looking for quarterbacks too. I don't know. Maybe they have doubts about their quarterback situation. I mean, heck, why shouldn't the Chargers have doubts? Yeah, the man puts up a lot of numbers. They made it to the playoffs one time. So has the Dolphins in the last 3 years. And Herbert's win-loss record compared to Tua's ain't as good. Yeah, he's been more healthy. That's it. He don't win big games. Neither has Tua. Like, maybe they're thinking like, man, like, yeah, he puts up the numbers, but he hasn't really gotten us over the hump. And we've had talent. They had a top defense. They had a top offense. Why have they not won more games? It's something to look at. Because Tua's won more games in the games that he's played than Justin Herbert. Maybe they're thinking about it. I mean, there's nothing to think about for me. He's a slam dunk. You pay the man, right? That's how I feel. But maybe the Chargers are second guessing everything, and they want to make sure. And I'm sure all else fails, they'll give him the fifth-year option if they can't get a deal done just yet. Because I'm sure he's looking at Daniel Jones' money, and he's like, yeah, I'm twice the player he is, right? So, deservedly so. Burrow, he's proven himself. He's going to get his money. It's just about how much. Maybe they're waiting to see what Lamar Jackson gets first. I don't know. But Burrow's going to get his bread. He's going to get his money. Herbert, I don't know. Maybe they're going to give him the fifth-year option and they're just waiting. But, Tua got his first. Okay? Shows you they believe in Tua because I told you in a previous video when I was discussing the fifth-year option, whether he should get it or not, I said that I would give it to him because of the discount you're going to get by playing him on that deal or on that money at that year rather than having him ball out his last year on the contract and then having to pay him Daniel Jones money a year early, right? You got an extra year before you have to pay him that type of money if you pick up the fifth-year option. Best decision you could do. It gives you as a team the leverage and not the player, all right? Now, if they didn't pick it up, I said, it made clear, if you don't pick it up, you're saying that Tua needs to bet on himself because you don't believe in him. Plain and simple. Now that they did pick it up, it shows you that they believe in Tua. At least enough to see him the next 2 seasons. And that's enough for me. All right? Because that's all he got with me is the next 2 seasons. Really the next season, to be honest. All right? I need to see some health. That's all I need to see. I don't need to see anything else. Yes, I would like to see the deep ball be more in stride, on a consistent basis. And I want him to win some big games. But it ain't all on him, right? So I'm not going to sit here and act like these losses are all on Tua all of the time because they're not. Our defense doesn't help at times, plain and simple. Chargers game. Yeah, I put that loss on Tua. But my God, the defense couldn't stop Herbert. Like, bro, like y'all couldn't do nothing. There was key third down after key third down that the man was picking up. All right, so defense got some culpability in this too. We're not going to sit there and act like defense ain't been helping to lose these games. But season's over, so I digress. Anyway, when it comes to Tua, they've shown that they believe in him. He don't got to go out there and fight for his life this last year. Although for me, he better show me something. They're telling him, you got 2 years. All right? Now, when it comes to the rumors, I just want to address that real fast. Because the rumors about quarterbacks, I put out in a recent video that I believe dropped on Friday. Yeah, it did drop on Friday. That Lamar Jackson isn't a better pure passer than Tua. I stand by that. I didn't talk about the other 2 guys that were rumored to be coming to the Dolphins before this fifth-year option. And those other guys are Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. Now, I mentioned their names, but I didn't say this part, what I'm about to say right now. Last season, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, neither were better than Tua. And I'm talking about from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. Neither one were better than Tua at playing quarterback in 2022. Argue with your mama. Look up the numbers. Look up the games. Neither quarterback, Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers, were better than Tua in 2022. Point blank, period. Now, some people like to harp on, over the last 3 years. No, see, look. The first 2 years of Tua were not as good as 2022. But 2022 is the most recent year of Tua. So what does that tell you? That he's gotten better, all right? Yes, he was not the same quarterback in 2020, 2021 as he is in 2022. He's gotten better. That's the most recent. That's the one we're going by. 2022 Tua has been better than Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. Plain and simple, okay? Forget his whole resume. I don't care about that. I'm going off 2022 leading into 2023. If 2022 is an indication of what 2023 is going to look like, Tua's the better quarterback. Let's stop the nonsense, all right? Yes, overall, Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady are way better quarterbacks than Tua. But they're both old, and they weren't better last year. Yes, put them with our talent, and you'll see. Yeah, I get it. Tom Brady was trash last year. Trash. He's 45 going on 46. You think he's going to be better? I don't care who you put around him. That man has fallen off. You're getting him to have the same season you would have with Tua. Plain and simple. Only thing is with him is that he knows more defenses. That's it. He was consistently inconsistent. One skipping balls into the ground, missing wide open guys, inaccurate as all heck, can't move in the pocket anymore, taking unnecessary sacks. That was doggone Tom Brady. Yes, at times he would give you that I'm the GOAT and I'm going to throw this ball 60 yards and it's going to be on the money or make a clutch drive to end the game. Every now and then he would give you that. But overall, he was losing his team games and he was trash. Aaron Rodgers did not have that great a year last year. Let's just be honest. He didn't have a lot of weapons either. His best weapon was gone. But Tua played better than them. And guess what? Tua's got the same weapons again this next season. And it should be better because it's the second year. I'd rather put my stake in that than going with the unknown and what Aaron Rodgers may or may not give me, and definitely Tom Brady, who's already retired and ain't coming back. We got to stop, all right? Just because you feel like Tua ain't great doesn't mean that he didn't play better than these other two guys. It doesn't mean that. You might not feel like he's great resume-wise, and you're looking at these other guys' resumes. I don't care about the resumes. I care about 2022. And in 2022, they weren't as good as Tua. I'd rather stick with Tua. That is common sense to me, but hey, common sense ain't common. Now, when it comes to backup quarterback, Teddy Bridgewater is a free agent, so we're probably moving on. Now, I'm going to make a video discussing backup quarterbacks. But if it was me, what would I do as GM, right? Would I cut, keep, or let walk? Well, in this situation, he's not under contract, can't cut him. I don't want to keep him, so therefore, Teddy Bridgewater, you can walk. We don't need you back. We're not looking to resign you. We're moving on to finding ourselves another adequate backup quarterback. Okay? At this point, and this is how I kind of feel about it, I don't need two quarterbacks with concussion issues. I'm sorry. All right? I'm sorry to put it out like that. But if he takes a bump on his head, they're going to be just as hard on him as they were with Tua because he's had concussion issues. So I don't need them pulling him out of the game because they see something like against the Jets, right? First doggone play of the game. They felt like they saw something. They yanked him up out of there. The same way with Tua is the same way with Teddy Bridgewater. I don't need another quarterback. So the quarterback I'd be looking for is somebody that doesn't have any concussion issues whatsoever. So he's never had a concussion in the NFL. Type of backup quarterback I'm looking for, so he doesn't have that stigma associated with him, so they don't mess with us like they messed with us in that doggone Jets game or the Vikings game, whichever game it was, one of them games. I think it was the Jets game, actually. It wasn't the Vikings. But I don't want them doing that to us, so I'm moving on from him. When it comes to special teams, the only person that is not on the contract with us right now is Thomas Morstead. I want you back. All right? We're keeping him. I want to sign him back definitely. I'm not giving him a 1-year deal. Oh, no. I give him a 2-year deal. I mean, not vet. Some people say I'm being hard with the vet minimum. 2 years, $4 million. I give him $2 million. That's a lot for him, though. $2 million. It ain't my money. 2 years, $4 million, $2 million a year. Team option on the second year. So it's a 1-on-1. All right. And if he does well enough, then he'll get the second year. And then, we'll move on. Right? We'll make 1 year, $1 million of it guaranteed. We'll make $2 million of it guaranteed or overall, and then we might add some incentives, is what I'm saying. All right. So something like that. That's the type of deal I would do for him. That would be me, all right? And at that point, that's it. I read through the whole roster of our guys to see who we would keep, who we will let go, and that finalizes that, finishes that out. The next step, the next thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be going over all these free agents. Watch. Today, tomorrow, meaning Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, it's going to be a lot of people that's getting cut/traded to clear up space, which we did a great job clearing up a lot of space. So we're going to be making some moves, guaranteed. Now, I mean, we got some of our own guys to sign back, to sign back to the team, and we need to extend Christian Wilkins to a contract, big contract at that. So be looking for that to happen, which will help with the cap as well. Extending him is going to definitely help with the cap. Sealer might get a deal. He might get a deal. And then be expecting that we make some eye-opening moves in guys that we cut. Some of them I might have mentioned. Some of them I'm not even thinking about cutting, that they might move on from because they just don't feel like they need them anymore, right? Or they just feel like they want to move in a different direction. That could happen as well. Or they might trade a guy that doesn't work for Vic Fangio's defense, like Raekwon Davis, for example. They might trade him. You just never know, all right? Be expecting anything like that to happen. Also, that we might cut some guys. Also, that Christian Wilkins might get a top 5 lineman, defensive lineman type deal. All right, big $100 million deal, basically. Be expecting something like that, and be expecting that we're going to open up more space by restructures and releasing certain guys, and then a lot of the league doing the same. And then, of course, we'll talk about who we want out of those bunch, right? I'll holler at y'all in the next one. please let me know how you feeling about this video in the comment section. These videos don't get a lot of views, so I appreciate you sharing them out there so we can get the algorithm back on our side, man. When you're putting out videos like this with the same pretty much title and things like that, and I don't want to change any of it. All right, I thought about changing the title. I'm not going to do that. It is what it is. If it has 100 views, it just has 100 views, and then we'll move on. All right, I'm not changing it this year. Next year, I'll come up with a little something more creative so it gets more out there. But when you do stuff like that, the algorithm will boggle you down. All right, it's just how it works. I understand it. I ain't upset. All right, so it just is what it is. Whoever watches it, I appreciate you liking it, commenting, and let's talk about it. Let's talk about the things that I have in this video. And if you would like to get Teddy on back, or if you just want to move on from him and how you feel about Morstead, I'll holler at y'all in the next one. Y'all already know what it is. Fins up till we die. I'm out.